It's a United Gaming Civil War. All right, let's see what we can do. JuanJo needs to get off to a better start this war. Had that rough 61% miss with Hydra with Inferno Dragon attack. Looking like a straight up Inferno Dragon Hydra here. Gonna send the blimp in for the Town Hall is my guess here with the Rocket Loons coming in to clear out this section of any traps. And then he'll run in the Inferno Dragons with those skeleton spells in behind to kind of protect. I should say in front to protect.
Well, Inferno Dragons, well, baby dragons really, and as a result, Inferno Dragons just got a new level with that recent update. And so between that get a new level and the skeleton spell get a new level, the Inferno Dragons are actually, I think, a very largely slept on strategy. I see a lot of success with it. Honestly, I very rarely see this attack end up as a miss, especially if you have a solid funnel, and especially with a little bit of lightning invested into the sweeper to prevent the knockback. Now the blimp will sail in and go secure the Town Hall. He's got a rage right there, and if he's able to take out the Town Hall and that Inferno, that'd be huge, and he doesn't quite get it, but he does get some crash damage onto it, and the Inferno Dragons will quickly get in there and finish off the last little bit of damage.
And he did a really good job of keeping that funnel tight here, and honestly with the Inferno Dragons, it's not too bad if they spread out a little bit because they're going to ramp up over time being on one defense. Now, you don't want them getting too far outside and not having any tanking out in front, but if they can pull this together here at the backside with the Royal Champion yet to be deployed, here she comes from the top side, he's got some potential here.
Yeah, with the Skeletal Spell locking out the Scatter Shot and the defensive Royal Champion, the Scatter Shot does lock onto the Warden now, or maybe it's on the Owl right now, but it's hitting the Warden anyway, so he'll throw down the last Skeleton Spell, and the Royal Champion will keep on moving through. He's got a couple of Inferno Dragons still working, and the Rocket Bones will just go in and try to pick up the defenses that are not being dealt with by anybody else at the moment, and our champion taking some heavy damage there. Needs to get that Expo down. If she gets that Expo down, I have a lot of confidence in the rest of the troops there to finish off the remainder of the base. But our champion struggling, and she does not get it down here, Bash.
Yeah, but this one's going to be a lot better than his first attack for sure. And remember, like last LAN, this attack was kind of an attack that kept...
Oh, Queen! The Queen's still alive!
Where did she come from?
She's just been chilling up there, breaking walls! She steps in and with the Unicorn, takes out the Expo!
What the heck?
Well, okay, King's still moving, the Phoenix is still down. They've got a lot of time to work with here.
Queen can get this scatter.
Wait, is that Scatter Shot weakened up already?
It should be.
Queen doesn't have the punch though. No, she doesn't make it. Oh man!
But hold on, he'll still have Phoenix. If King goes to
you're
Phoenix.
right. He's got 30 seconds here. The King can just go down.
No, King needs to go down here. King go down. King.
Okay. Well, the King can get to the storage faster than the Phoenix. So if the King can just walk up here, get hit by the Scatter Shot, drop the Phoenix. Diggy can cross through.
Diggy goes through.
No, there we go.
Phoenix.
Come on, Phoenix. Pull the Diggy
Phoenix
through.
is on the King. Phoenix is on the King. It'll switch over. It'll switch. It'll go.
Bash. JuanJo's got it.
That's a 3-star.
The Pets finish the rest of the base there. JuanJoFernande with the triple to open up here, and UG Nebula undefeated will claim the first triple of the war.
Ninj is going to be in next with some Super Dragons. Remember, Ninj, our youngest player in our whole tournament here at 16 years old. Coming in with Super Dragons. I'm going to say Super Minion Bomb here also with the 1 clone spell for invisibility. And it looks like he's going to go with a longer blimp path here. Could potentially send this blimp all the way across the base from 6, 7, 8 o'clock there, all the way towards that Town Hall monolith area.
Yeah, looks like he's set up for a Super Minion Bomb, and with the lightning taking out the sweeper, he's not going to be knocked back on his entry to the base there, but he only has 1 rage, and that rage is honestly it's a good spot to go into the base there where he can deal with multiple of the roaming heroes at the same time with 1 rage. He can get the King out of the way, he can get the Royal Champion out of the way there, and if his heroes can handle the Queen of Pop, he can really be set up for his Royal Champion to sweep out the back end.
Here we go with the Super Minion Bomb coming in. Let's see if he can land it where he wants it to. He's going to clone over to the Town Hall. Big takedown here. Let's see if we can get the Town Hall. That's the main thing. Get those Super Minions to the Town Hall. We got some drama. Oh, go with Super Minions.
They got more.
He's got one more invis. He's got one more invis.
He's good. He's got it. All right, no worries, Bash there. You got the CC down as well. So with the heroes never going to the CC range, he destroys the CC and any troops that were still inside of it. So now with the defensive Queen dealt with, the Dragons clumped up very healthily into 1 area of the base here. And the Super Minions step in and will take out the Black Air Bombs ahead of the Super Dragons and clear the area of traps. Now the Royal Champion pushing through, ability intact, invisibility on standby. This is looking very, very solid to tie up the war.
Yeah, Ninj looking really good here. I love that Super Minion Bomb. Great use of those invis, but really that clone pushing them forward. You just got a few defenses to work through here. No more Royal Champion ability, but if she can get this air defense down, it's all but done. with the Super Minion still being up in the Warden there. Queen's actually still tucked away there as well. This one should be a 3-star, and we should have us a nice Tide War on our hands.
A lot of variety and some dragon attacks there. Love to see the Super Dragons being represented, the Inferno Dragons finally getting some representation, and I mean, it's shifting to a little bit of air meta here, and all the ground attacks are smash attacks, it seems like. So we know what the meta is. These players know what the meta is, and with the meta being what it is, with a lot of variety, I'm noticing, if your team has a variety of ways that you could attack, then it's hard to stop a lot of things. It's hard to know what your opponent's going to come in with, and that makes it difficult to bait anything. All tied up here to start off this very big highlight match.
It's going to be Soham coming in here next, and it's going to be another Inferno Dragon attack, zapping out early. And while he gets started here, I want to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors over at Snapdragon Elite Gaming. When winning matters, make sure you thank Snapdragon Elite Gaming. A huge shout out to them for giving us awesome matchups just like this one. Man, I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of this war, Eric. This is already shaping up really nice.
It is indeed, and we see more Inferno Dragons catching some black air bombs. And this one with the... Wait, where is the second sweeper? I see one by the Town Hall.
He zapped the other one.
He zapped it out.
Yeah, he zapped at the start. Right
oh, yeah, there it is. I see it by
there.
the CC there. Okay, a little lightning to take it out there. You don't want Inferno Dragons getting knocked back. That's their biggest weakness that will slow them down the most, because every time an Inferno Dragon gets knocked back, it resets the Inferno Beam from charging up, and it slows down their overall momentum significantly. But we got a bunch of archers coming out, and...
Could he go Blizzard here?
I mean...
I think he could go Blizzard right here.
But
this is going to be a Blizzard. This is going to be a Blizzard.
Are you sure?
Maybe?
Yeah!
Yeah, because
No?
there's
It's a
wizards.
mix.
There's wizards.
But the
wizards.
tornado trap catches him and pulls him onto the
That's
Town
fine.
Hall.
He's
He
fine.
shifts that and he takes down the Town Hall
He got the
and
two
still
multis.
claims all the targets around it. But they did end up going out of the visibility for just a moment there, and he ended up pulling the CC. Let the poison tower up in the middle base there. That's a pretty small impact thing to just be isolated off in the middle of the base there by itself. But he needs to get the CC under control here, and it looks like a couple of the Inferno Dragons are going to deal with that and keep it,
Ooh.
at least one of them, from popping onto the heroes here.
Yeah.
Nope, it's running away.
Yeah, it got out of the range, so that beam got taken off.
Yeah.
He still does have a skeleton spell and a freeze here, along with that Royal Champion who should sweep through the top side. Not too many crazy threats here aside from the King and then that scatter shot on the back end. I mean, Tesla Farm is always a threat, but with all these dragons here, they should be able to help out quite a bit.
Yeah, the King was the biggest threat on the base there. He's able to get past that with his King ability and that freeze. Now the Royal Champion can deploy. He's got a minute left here, and he should be able to easily lock out that backside scatter shot there with that skeleton spell. Honestly, I think he can swag a lot right here because he's looking very good. Soham, a very, very talented attacker, and good identification here from United Nebula to be able to recognize that these Inferno Dragon attacks were going to be successful on this base here, and this is more successful than the Dragon Specialist that JuanJoFernande already used earlier in there with a Swag Queen ability here. Can go ahead and pop it anytime he's ready and get it done just a little bit faster. It's a triple for United Nebula, and can you believe this, Bash? That is 3 triples out of 3 attacks here.
It's going to be on Nick. Had that rare low miss. It might be a super minion bomb Lalo here. Going to invest the Warden ability here early on. So big risk. We need a big value to pay this one off. The balloons will get a little value trailing behind here, and here come the super minions. Going to clone them forward and then rage and keep them invisible.
That invisibility tower, or not invisibility, the poison tower standing forward is never going to trigger as they will just stay invisible the entire time they're working in that area. But the Warden dies out there. He locks onto the Town Hall now. Super Minions chipping away at it. Will take it down there, clearing everything on the right side, clearing everything on the left side, clearing everything top, maybe bottom as well if he can get this Eagle Artillery down. If he gets the Eagle Artillery down, it's huge. But honestly, at this point, he's got so much value out of it. And with the main push now being delayed as he pushes his heroes in, he's going to take a little bit of Eagle Artillery fire on the entry, but he'll probably take it down there before it gets a second strike off.
And really, he set up a really good anchor point, like you like to talk about, for the heroes to come in and then connect to that Lalo later. So he's got that whole like middle right side of the base punched out of there. Now the heroes can come in, finish off that bottom compartment. Here comes the Royal Champions to join up with the King and Queen, and then you could send that Lalo ideally over top once that multi and the Royal Champion goes down. With that multi being down, there's not going to be too much to stop this Lalo. I mean, there's air defenses and wizard towers, but he'll have a little bit of spell support. I really like this setup here for Nick. Headhunters coming in to help deal with that Royal Champion.
Yeah, going to get her down. It has a little bit of spell support, but the spell support is mostly probably going to be used to get through the multi-Inferno. But if the World Champion can just handle the multi-Inferno, then he's in a very good spot. Queen's handling the CC as a triple Ice Golem comes out of there, keeping the World Champion moving forward, and the Queen is under complete safety back there, and the World Champion handles that. I don't think he needs the freeze here. I think he's got it completely under control. There's no threats to the balloons here that he would need a Warden to support through, and so with just a Hound, the balloons, and one freeze, I guess, to throw down to the air defense, and that's just icing on the cake here because everything's gone so smooth, and can you believe it? I mean, it already was starting off spicy, but it's just getting even better here. 4 triples out of 4 attacks, and on top of that, more swag as Nick can swag that Queen ability, but there's a little bit of drama on the backside. Maybe that freeze was a little bit necessary out of the air defense because he's still trying to get through, but he's got so much time. He's still got so many light troops there.
Yeah.
And unless like a red air bomb, which, no, that can't
there
pop.
goes the bow, yeah.
And the Queen's finally breaking through. He's got it under control here. Easy pickup. United Gaming versus United Gaming, and they are evenly matched, as even as their names say.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. This is the kind of competition we want to see here. Maybe a preview of something we might see here in PAX West. Ooh, that would be fun. So far, 4 for 4 for the squads, 2 for 2 for each team. It's a 6-6 tied war. TroyGomar is going to come in, and it's going to be an Electro Titan smash, a little zap action as well. Going to zap out and set up the funneling here. Maybe zap out one of these scatter shots and run through the Eagle.
No,
I never know with these Titans.
I was going to say take out the Expo and the Inferno and use that as a funnel point, because then you get a quicker access with the Warden to connect to the Lightning, and then we can just push through the Eagle artillery. Now, we still will need to go deal with the Road Champ to get the scatter shot there, but he can do that later in the attack. And it is, since it is using a lot of lightning here, we do typically want to run Electro Titans because they are less in need of the extra spell support, where like bowlers would need a lot of spell support and a lot of rages, so we typically don't use bowlers with lightning. But Electro Titans, and he's got the headhunter right here, and he's got the poison lizard as well. And he, honestly, the Warden fighting off the RC is usually a pretty safe approach there, because the RC gets like her aggro drawn forward, and she'll go like stand in range, just kind of pace back and forth. But she can not actually lock onto the Warden a lot of times, and it keeps the Warden safe. And now, with the Road Champion out of the way, he's perfectly set up for a Road Champion to go in there and take that out there later on in the attack, or he could put the Road Champion at the top of the base there and support the King on the outside.
Here we go. Wall breakers go in, and they open up a couple compartments there. He's going to send the log launcher also through the middle of the base. The King's up top with those witches we talked about previously in the show. Those utility witches just to kind of provide a little extra beef for the King. He's going to go over there, take out the enemy Queen. With this log launcher pushing through, he should have nice access to the Town Hall. Keep an eye on the single target Inferno. He does have freeze spells if he elects to use them. Jumps into the middle of the base as well. It's a strong push here for TroyGomar.
Wow. Yeah, very, very impressive here, but he does need to survive it through the Town Hall here, which is one of the most difficult part about Electro Titan attacks, because they are so short range, they almost immediately pull the healers into the Town Hall poison. And so if they lose the healers there and there's a lot of defense on the backside, then it can be very difficult to power through. So the King is staying standing, the Monolith is staying standing, stuck in the Twitter Trap, all healers go down. Electro Titans in the backside getting absolutely decimated by the Monolith, Warden, and King combination. And every single one of those Electro Titans go down, and the Warden will follow them down as well. But the Queen is split off. She has her ability. It would have been nice if the Queen could have gone over there and supported with her ability to get past the defensive King and the Monolith there. But that might be the thing that stops his attack here, is that King standing in the backside, but the Diggy not able to support the World Champion through the Monolith.
Diggy got taken out up top. There were skeletons holding her up there, and he just couldn't quite span that freeze there. But the Queen will heal up on her approach here. She still has ability. I think this still has a chance. Time is going to be close. He needs as much clean out in front. I mean, he's got troops on those storages. With ability, this is going to be close. I think he's got a chance at it here.
I think he's got it, actually, because not only would he get through with the Queen ability to get the damage to get the King out of the way, but he would generate a whole bunch of archers. There's no point defense left in the base here. I think the only thing that can stop this right now is giant bombs clearing out all of his archers and causing his Queen to get targeted here, but he'll get the King out of the way here. Time is also a big issue.
No.
Okay, time's becoming a bigger issue than anything else at the point here, because these archers are just shielding the Queen, and time is out. We will not see if this Queen had the punch to take it. It was very, very close in the end, but yeah, those Electro Titan attacks, once they hit that Town Hall, it is a very difficult thing to have enough punch after that. But now, Ghost will try to go in and see if he can slip his team in the first actual lead of the war. with a Queen charge into Twin Hog attack here. Skeleton locking down the defensive Warden and the Monolith, and he'll just charge his way in there to, at a minimum, take those out, but potentially could go all the way to the Eagle Artillery. But honestly, if you look at the way that the base is set up here, he doesn't necessarily need the Queen to take out the Eagle Artillery. He could go in there with something else and take it out later on if the Queen just walks off to the left and the damage is mostly cleared out.
I think he may bring that king into the left. Yep, there we go. King to this open compartment. Just try to push this queen into the town hall. He's going to go ahead and rage in this wall breaker. And if he can get the king kind of out in front of the queen just a little bit here, push her down into this town hall compartment, he's going to be set up really nicely. She makes the turn back for the eagle, actually. That's massive. King just needs to, actually, no, queen just goes in on her own. King doesn't need to get the air defense in. Queen is in the middle. Keep an eye on the poison as the healers will step into it. They'll take a little bit of damage, but as long as they don't catch too many red air bombs, they should be fine.
Yeah, but I'm worried more about the multi-inferno with the damage that is being dealt with. Is going to be amplified by more red air bombs there as the queen starts to run into danger. She needs to reach the town hall. She needs to reach the town hall. She does. She locks onto it. She will take it down.
Oh, there go the
they're hanging on, but not by much. They're looking to go down in just a moment.
There's more rocket loons. It was a full rocket loon CC.
Okay, well, he's okay here. He was able to get the queen through the town hall. That was her most important target there, because if she didn't handle it, there would be very few else things that would be able to handle it. But he does, yeah, he needs to get the hogs past the rocket balloons. Looks like the poison lizard is finally working on those CC troops there, taking the rocket balloons out, and the hogs inside of range are just out running the rocket balloons and preventing the damage in another way, I guess.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. The battle drill is in there also providing some tanking. He's got a lot of beef out in front. Looks like a lot of the hogs went down, but he's got the royal champion with the ability, and whatever came out of the battle drill looks like more super hogs. There's just a concentration of damage right here, and the enemy queen just, oh my goodness, puts out the RC.
Yeah, the other queen's doing a ton of damage here. Finally gets the poison to lock onto her and is able to take her down, but yeah, Bash, that was a very, very dangerous area there. He got just anchored down, and he got shut down as well. But what was the percentage of the other one? 97? Well, this one is not going to reach 97%, so it was looking really, really good there. But Halo takes up the defense. Their anti-2-star bases on defense, once again, getting the holds here, and is going to keep them, I guess, get them in the lead there for the first lead of the war by, it looks like, 11 buildings. And I love that little Hog Rider call at the end there. Hog Rider!
Honestly, in my opinion here, it felt like they anticipated a queen charge in there. It was a full rocket loon CC. That forced the queen to ability. If the rest of the rocket loons went to the queen, it could have been over. Watch this. Let's see if it is all rocket loons out here. Some of them do go left to the king. Yeah, look at that. Some go to the king, some go to the queen. If all those go up to the queen, he would have been in trouble.
Listen. The best sound effect of the game right there.
Oh my goodness, Eric. Oh, the little things. All right, Ethan, Super Witches. Ethan has found an attack he's in love with, and it's the Super Witch Smash. We've seen him have a lot of success. This time, electing to go with that recall spell. I think we've seen him use this one previous time. Use that queen in here. Is she going to go all the way to the town hall?
I guess she could. He does have 2 super wall breakers, but if she just rounds off to the left here, and then I would assume that she's going to the town hall. But he's got a recall, so he can redirect her. The king deploys will set. Yeah, he is definitely pushing to the town hall, investing into this queen to go in there and take it. But if he can go in there and take the town hall down, then he's going to be set up very, very nice. And honestly, he's dumping about as much resources into this town hall takedown as he would for like a lightning warden walk attack. So if the queen can get the town hall down with minimal investment here, less than lightning would cost. Yeah, that's okay though, because now he's got the recall that can get the queen out of there, and then he can now start the next phase attack here, and we can see Super Witches push in, and they are going to be supported by an apprentice warden.
We talked about this last week, going to buff the HP of those witches and the big boys bouncing out of there. Queen's finally going to be redeployed. My biggest concern here is the redeployment time. It was 1:40 left, so already 1:20 has eclipsed on this. There's still a ton of base up, a lot of heavy defenses, which really isn't an issue for the Super Witches. It's more about the timing on this attack, as once you get all those spells in, they kind of just move gingerly through the base.
Yeah, but he's got the ward ability that can protect them, and he's got a couple of rages that can push him through using the invisibility to protect him initially, and then as soon as he comes out of that, He can now fight out the CC. Now would be a very good time for the ward ability, and he does indeed use it. As he comes out of the warden, you want to have the freeze on standby here, but you need to make sure the healers are staying raged the entire time through. So the stalling is going to force the rage to be stacked where the previous rage was, and so having to use both of them at the same spot of attack there is going to slow him down a little bit there, just getting stalled on that entry.
With the Royal Champion working on the right side, he did have the Yeti and the Electro Titan coming out of the CC, out of that Siege Barracks, so he does have a little bit of support there on the left side to take out that scatter shot. Now he's just got to push up through the middle of the base. He's got a lot left here. He's still got a few Super Witches in there. He's still got Queen. Queen, oh, goes down as I say so. So it's going to be on the Super Witches, the Royal Champion. Royal Champion engages the Queen. Yeah, this one's going to fizzle.
Yeah, he's just running out of steam here. The Super Witches, it was kind of an unorthodox approach to the base there. I like the setup, but usually if you're going to do like a Queen, recall Queen charge like that, then we like to use that as the funnel to set up. But he charged the Eagle Artillery side of the base there instead, and he had to set another funnel. And I mean, just the amount of time that it took to set up there was already a problem. But then on top of that, he just didn't have the pathing into the defensive Queen, and she kind of shut him down there. So it's a defense, and it's an 88%. It is heating up here pretty crazy. So like we'll see where it goes from here, but let's dive into Agent. Let's see if he can get him in the lead here for the first time this war. Like, I mean,
double recall.
So far, you've oh, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Double recall? What do you use 2 recall spells for, Bash?
I don't even know how to use one, let alone use 2, Eric. All right, so Queen's going to go in, take out the enemy Queen, take out the air defense. I'm assuming recall her, maybe go to the Royal Champion on the opposite side. We'll see. We'll see. High School and Pop. Okay, so recall's towards the top. King's up there. He does have some headhunters. There's no healers, so he's got to be careful here. Skeleton spell to distract the King. All right, so this could be a heavy investment on this triple deployment of the Queen. I guess double recall, triple deployment.
Okay, well, some Super Barbarians will go in on the left and right side of the Queen there. If we can get that cannon out of the right side, that'd be good. But I think she'll just outrange it. The Skeleton spell
going
comes
for the
down.
monolith?
Yeah, he's doing like a Queen charge.
Without the charge.
And he's not doing any healers with it, so it's just the Unicorn. But skeleton spells and recall spells to set this Queen up. He goes all the way in, takes the monolith down,
takes the air
picks
defense.
up the air defense. If he gets that warden, that'd be huge right here. And then he has an option to recall a second time and pull her to safety with her ability still attack. And there she goes. She's out again. This is wild, Bash.
Now he gets to deploy her back in with the King after the dragons do all their work. I have never seen anything like this since the recall spell has been in the game. This is crazy. It's very bold, but the nice thing here is, unlike the witches, dragons move really quickly through bases. So a minute 30, minute 40, whenever he deployed there, is fine for a dragon attack. He just needs to get this town hall activated, which he will right now, and then he can go ahead and work through this town hall. And man, I love this setup.
Well, he's also on top of everything else there. He never really had any ground troops pull out of the CC, so he's going to be able to keep his heroes outside of the range. The dragons lock out of the CC, and they're not only clearing out the core of the base there, but they're going to get the CC completely dealt with before the heroes go into the range, and now he has even less to deal with on the backside. No, he does not. The CC stays standing, and he ends up missing it, but the dragons are still in the area. I think the Queen's going to end up pulling it here. Maybe it was already pulled. Was it already pulled? It might have been already pulled.
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to see in about 2 seconds
I feel
here.
like the Queen's in range right now.
Yeah, I feel like she is as well. So CC's dealt with. He just needs to get past the Royal Champion. The King pops his ability, surges in, got her down, got the scatter shot, now pushed in, and with a Queen ability and a Royal Champion ability and 30 seconds, and dragons coming in at every different angle. Agent 33 definitely puts on one of the most interesting attacks we've seen this entire tournament.
How in the heck did he just do that?
I don't know. I'm as baffled as you are.
It was a double recall, skeleton spell, yoink yank.
Yoink yank.
I don't even know what to call this. We should see Haloblade coming in next, and let's see what he's got. It's going to be Super Witch Smash. Only 2
Super Witches and
archers.
Super Archers. Oh my goodness. All right, well, these guys are really putting on a show for us today.
Yeah, I guess we're pulling out all the stops, a little zap action in there just to help set the funneling, set the pathing. He's going to have this Warden Walk work in there with the Poison Lizard. Poison Lizard does get taken out before he can get to the Queen, but that's okay. That's part of the plan here. Does have a log launcher selected, so I'm going to go right into the Eagle Artillery and push everything right through the middle of the space.
Getting the lightning to cause some separation between the... What is this Warden doing? What is this Warden doing? No,
Oh, wait, Queen, go away. Queen, go away. Queen, go away. Queen, go away.
She's chasing him.
Queen, go away. No.
Somebody
Put a head on her. Put a head on her.
Get a ward ability.
Oh, no.
Halo, that might have just cost him the war. But he will get the defensive queen out of the way, so at least she's gone. It was a big investment to use a ward ability to take her down, but that was definitely not planned for. And he's just going to have to find a way to cross his face and still secure the town hall and maybe have enough punch to take out everything after that.
Could have maybe put the headhunter in there to slow her down.
That's like a full panic situation. You don't expect that to happen. You don't expect the queen. No, why did the warden lock onto her in the first place? Abandon everybody else, go out there, take a shot at her, and draw her forward. That was bizarre.
It was like, hey, gotta go. Oh my goodness.
It's like a child on a playground.
Man, that is not what Halo wanted. Yeah, just imagine though if he has Warden ability through. Well, I mean, Warden's gone completely now, so.
Okay.
He's got some witches working. He's got some big boys bouncing. He's still got Queen with ability.
It might be okay though because the World Champion's much strongerly set up in the bottom of the base there. So now, without the defensive Queen there blocking her, he can go ahead and jump the witches out the bottom there. The Queen's still moving with ability intact there, with the healers intact. Bash, this actually still has a chance because that defensive Queen was out of the way.
That is insane. Royal Champion seeking shield throws. That bow is locked onto the Queen. He's going to force Queen ability. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff still up here in the back. And that King. I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's got it. Oh, Halo. Oh, Halo.
You're right. That King's going to be a nightmare to move through. And guys, is this the final breaking of United Gaming Nebula? They went undefeated into this match, and this match right here might have been putting them into the position that they could go on to play at PAX West in Seattle, but they run into a roadblock. That roadblock's name is Nick, 6-time Snapdragon champion, gets the defense. He got the triple earlier in the war here, and he might be the MVP on this match because now we have one more attack, and United Gaming just had their path made a whole lot easier.
Man, I cannot believe that. I want to know what happens if that Queen doesn't lock on. I feel like he's got enough gas to get through this. It was just, I feel like the plan was beautiful. It was. Got a little bit unlucky there.
The Warden just going off and doing his own thing. He's just antagonizing.
He just had to get one more shot in.
He's like, hey, guys, watch this. And he reaches over there and pokes at her, and she's like, I'll get you.
That's exactly how it went down too. I heard it on the battlefield. I heard it all. But now it's on to Garretticus, and it's going to be a super. Maybe a super archer bomb.
Bash. Anti-2-star bases. Anti-2-star bases. United Gaming Nebula was able to hold on 1 star in their previous war. Can they do it again? Garretticus diving in with his blimp here. Using the word of protected, and super minions pop out into the. Is there a tornado trap there? I can't even tell. He's got the clone. He will clone up. He will secure the early town hall takedown and remove any drama off of the end of this war here. That should seal the deal. But you know he's not done with that. He wants the triple. He wants 14 stars.
You know that he's capable of it. We've seen him do it time and time again. Come into that final spot and secure the victory for his squad. Did get a partial CC pool there. Might be still a Super Minion or a Lava Hound or Ice Golem inside of that CC. We'll have to see as the heroes are going to cross right in front of it. So I think that they'll pull that out. And then it's going to have Lalo on the backside. But remember, he did commit that Warden ability early on. We got a couple Rocket Loons coming out. And maybe Ice Golem?
No, I think you've got the Super Minions and Ice, or Super Minions and Rocket Balloons. Maybe some Headhunters were in the mix as well, but he got them dealt with it. There were. Either way, full CC is dealt with now. And he's going to have the King go to the outside. I think the Queen's going to take the turn and go inside. He was able to cut off the King, and the King's going in as well. And those balloons, I thought they were going to get crash damage onto that Rogue Champion, but she's very close to going down anyways. And he just needs to push across and push into the multi and the scatter shot. If those go down, then he will have a much easier time with the backside of the base there, but you got to see that he has a multi-inferno standing on the backside, scatter shot staying on the backside, defensive Queen, and the Queen's going to be hard to take down even though she's at low HP because he doesn't have a ward ability to protect any headhunters to cross through, and there's ground expos and cannons in the area.
Ultimately, he has the war secured though with that 2nd star locked up at 50%. So Garretticus is going to try his best to get the 3-star, but if he doesn't, it's not the end of the world here. Let's go ahead and see what these balloons can do. Ooh, that Rage Sour goes off, and the Rage multi on these balloons is going to be brutal. Not to mention the Rage Queen is going to be absolutely brutal through here. He still has his Queen in here.
With Diggy.
Yeah, Diggy's in there. Can he get through this multi? Wait a second.
Yeah, I think
Wait
he
a
can.
second.
He gets the
What?
bullseye down, and can you believe it? It ends up going
How?
through. And so one way or another, even if that attack there from Halo wasn't going to go through, Garretticus had the plan in the bag there, and he's able to clutch it. So 14 stars for our defending champions here as they take the win and give the first loss there for the Sister Clan over at United Gaming Nebula. Brilliant play there from both teams, and it really came down to the wire at the end. United Gaming was the better team on the day and knocks that streak that they had going out of the water.
I mean, really crazy stuff coming out here. Always when you're going head-to-head against a sister team, kind of tough